greatest country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
All right, people, let's just cut the crap. Let's just get into this stuff right now. Somebody has their phone on.
Tony.
It might have been me. Either way. All right, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Business out of the way first. Every single one of you need to hit the like button right now. I'm done playing games. I'm done being nice to everybody. I'm tired of it. Okay, you need to hit the like button right now. The more you hit the like button, the more people are going to see the truth. All right, you guys already know Joe Biden dropped out of the race. Big whoopity-doo. We've been calling it for 18 months. How many times? If you guys know for a fact that we here at Dear America called it before everybody. I love Vivek, whatever. I love him. I like the guy, okay? He's claiming that he did it. We were calling it before anybody knew who Vivek was. All right, Benny Johnson. I love Dan Bongino. We've been calling it before Dan. Dan, love you. You're probably watching the show. Shout out to the GOAT. Dan Bongino's the best to ever do it. But we've been calling it since the beginning. And everybody said, oh, Graham, you're crazy. Oh, Graham, you're this. Are you done yet? How many more times do I got to be right? How many more times? Remember when I told you that Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, all this stuff? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to move on because there's too much stuff to talk about. When, Lord and my Savior above, when will the people stop doubting me about this? Lord, I don't know why you've given me the ability to see through the tea leaves of all this stuff and all the lies. But here we are. This is your place to see what the truth is. This is your place to find it out. Hit the like button, hit the follow button if this is your first time. Comment in the chat right now. Do you believe Kamala Harris is going to be the presidential nominee for the Democrats? Give me a yes or no. Let's blow up the chat right now. Let's get this going. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be no. She will not be the Democrat nominee, and I'm going to walk you through all of it. We're going to walk you through all the lies. We're going to walk you through all the fake fundraising numbers that they're doing right now. I'm going to walk you through. I've seen so many people. Well, President Biden endorsed her, so that means total nothing. The DNC doesn't work that way, and we're going to work you through all of this. And I'm not only going to tell you who I believe now are the two people that are going to be the nominee, I'm going to even tell you what the plan is for Kamala Harris. Don't believe any of it. It's all a lie. It's all fake. They're all lying to you. We're going to talk to you about the truth right here, right now. I'm going to introduce everybody in a minute, but first let's get to our sponsors of this episode. So we have a whole thing about this stuff. Every one of y'all need to share this far and wide. But first, you want to talk about the market took a dive. Did you guys see Bitcoin? How much it dived the second Kamala Harris was named? Ladies and gentlemen, you need to text the word Graham to 989898 right now to my friends at Birch Gold. The economy's not going to get better because of this. It's only going to get worse, and it's only going to get more unstable. Text the word Graham to 9898 right now. They're going to send you a free information kit, 25 pages, in fact, on how gold, silver, and precious metals can help protect you against the to-be-determined economy. Like it's not Biden anymore. I don't know who it's going to be. It's literally Trump versus TBD at this point. Nobody knows. Text the word Graham to 989898 right now. Also, this episode is brought to you by our friends at Patriot Mobile. Stop giving your money to organizations that do not care about you. Go to a Fund Life company, a Christian organization in Patriot Mobile. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham. They have their new Patriot Mobile One technology where they have dual towers. You can see it right there. If AT&T is not working great, you can switch over to Verizon and vice versa. Join me, Dan Bongino, Charlie Kirk, Sebastian Gorka, Steve Bannon, Dana Lash, and the list goes on and on. Make the switch today. It's cheaper, it's better, it's pro-faith, pro-freedom. You can keep your old phone, keep your new number, or get a new one and a brand new number and eliminate a bunch of morons in your life that don't understand anything. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham. Promo code Graham's going to save you money. That's patriotmobile.com/Graham. All right, let's get into this thing. Dadgummit, I'm mad. All right. Let's bring in everybody that's here for this episode. All right.
What up, everybody? Good
Get it out of your systems. Whatever you want to say, just get it out of your systems. Because Todd, I heard, and maybe you guys in the chat can say this, because Alyssa ratted Todd out and said, even as late as Thursday night, Todd said that I was wrong and that he knew what was going on. So, this is Todd, I said you got 90 seconds for rebuttal in today's episode. Go.
I just don't care anymore. I just for real. All right, in my defense, I did think Biden was going to stay. But I did say, if you remember, if he makes it through the weekend, which he didn't. But I got to be honest, because, look, I'm not as politically intelligent and have the knowledge of reading the braille that is the politics as this one does. I'm just a normal person like y'all. And I have to admit, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care. I don't care if it's Hillary, if it's Obama,
crushing.
if they prop up. I don't care if they call me tomorrow. If they put up Harry Sisson. I don't care anymore. This is what I do care about, though. This is what I do care. If you are still checking a blue or a D on the ballot box, you are a freaking idiot. They have been lying to you from the very beginning. If number one, Biden can't stand trial for the classified documents, but he can still be president. Biden can't run for president, but guess what? He still gets to be president. They don't even know who's going to be the nominee at this point. If you're still voting Democrat, you're an idiot. You're everything that is wrong.
I think they absolutely know who the Democrat nominee is going to be, but I know everybody's got a lot of things to say. We have a lot of things to talk about, but let's get through the things that everybody knows first. All right, let's just get through this. Okay?
I've got nothing. I'm just going to sit here.
We got to talk about Graham's polling.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm starting this. Look. This is a friendly place. Okay, but I'm going to tell you the truth.
We're all friends
right now. Yesterday morning. No. But this is how blind people still continue to be. Okay, and I'm trying to get you. This is aggressive love at this point.
My favorite kind.
Listen, listen to me. Hold on. Listen. Yesterday morning, I tweeted: does Joe Biden drop out of the presidential race today, as reported? Okay, as reported. Yesterday morning, this was at 8:37 a.m. 72.3% of people said no. Because you're all still believing what the media is telling you. You still have not taken the red pill, and you're still not paying attention. This is a very concerning poll. All right. And people will say, well, there are only 2,000 people voted. Do you realize that the polls that they feed you, they're only polling between 100 to 300 people? This is a gigantic poll compared to most people. And 72% of people aren't paying attention yet. So obviously, we're not getting through to you yet. So we're just going to keep punching it in. We're going to keep punching it in. We're going to keep going. Now, again, are you starting to be awake yet? Do you guys remember last week? You guys comment in the chat last week. Do you guys remember when I said, and this is for everybody here too, do you remember when I said that I think we're 4 or 5 days behind what's really going on? Last week we had all the reports about Nancy Pelosi talking to Joe Biden, but it actually happened the previous Friday. But we were just finding out about it. And remember when I said, I'm telling you, he's already out of the race? They just hadn't said it yet. Do you guys remember me saying that?
Yep, I remember.
Does anybody? I mean, comment in the chat and let me know. Do you guys remember me saying that?
Yes, Graham, I remember.
They are feeding it in chess. This is 4D chess, what they're playing right now. And they are doing it in order of exactly how they want it to play out. Okay? And it's all to bring in not Kamala Harris. It is not. You can clip this thing right now. Time stamp it. Right here, it's the same thing I said about Biden. Timestamp it, write it down. It is not going to be Kamala Harris, the end. But I will tell you where Kamala is going to go.
Back to Montel?
No. When it's all said and done.
Back to
all right. But let's keep going. Okay, so let's get through the stuff you guys know about. All right. So here you go. And Lord knows that this in and of itself is weird. It's weird. There's no presidential seal. There's no nothing. And at the bottom of it, like we don't even know if this is his signature.
That is not his signature.
And we know for a fact it is now verified that he did not write this. It's some random old guy that's associated with him in some way. Okay? Yeah. And then reports are even coming out that the same dude that wrote it is the one that actually signed it. The fact that the president of the United States is letting the world know that he is not seeking re-election via a Twitter post.
That's all you need to know.
Is insanity. It makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. But this isn't even remotely the craziness that we're going to talk about. We're not even going to read this crap because it doesn't matter. Okay? Also, he doesn't endorse Kamala in this letter. But then he endorses her through a next Twitter post, which also, again, where is Joe Biden? He has not been seen since last Wednesday.
R.I.P.
Like, I'm serious. We need a proof of life. Where is the president of the United States?
Shouldn't he like do an address the nation and stuff?
You kind of would think this is like the biggest announcement he's ever made. Like you kind of figured.
Here's another question: the guy that got 81 million votes, what? Just he can't even speak to the American public that he's not running for re-election? Are you waking up yet? For those of you that were still on the fence if 2020 was rigged, are you awake yet? Are you paying any attention at all about any of this? And some of you are like, oh, Graham, don't be so mean. Why are you so mean? I'm angry. I'm frustrated. How many times have I here live begged the Trump campaign? James, Miss Susie, Taylor, Stephen, all of you. How many times have I begged to stop preparing for Biden because it's not Biden? How many times? 50? 60 times. I mean, I'm serious. How many times have I done that? Live here on this show. It was never going to be Biden, ever. But we got too much stuff to talk about. Let's keep going. I don't have my iPad, Royce. You're going to have this stuff up as we talk about it here.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Now reports are starting to come in. Let's just watch this. This is President Biden's brother making a statement. Not on camera. Nobody's on camera. In fact, Hunter Biden is on the other side of the country right now, doing God knows what with some stripper and cocaine. Okay, let's just call it what it is.
Yes.
Right? I'm just being honest.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be crude.
Yes.
That's what he is. Okay?
Be quiet down there.
Play it. Play it.
Just had a brief conversation with Frank Biden, one of President Biden's two younger brothers, and here's what he told us. He said, I'm incredibly proud of my brother. Selfishly, I will have him back to enjoy whatever time we have left.
Oh, my
He's a genuine
God.
hero.
What?
Country over self. It sounds corny in our cynical political environment, but he nor I are cynical. The goal remains the same, defeat
Dear
Trump
sweet
and
Lord.
continue the work that Joe has done. My hope is that our party rallies around this heroic act. We asked him whether he feels that his brother's overall health and vitality played a major role in this decision.
Pause. There it is right there. I'll bring my brother in. Get it off this weird screen here. I don't know what's happening there.
It was just switching.
Okay. Anyway, so now we have Joe Biden's brother, Frank. His name's freaking Frank. Anyway, no offense to other Franks out there, but come on, Frank. All right. Either way. Joe Biden's brother is now making a statement. It's a written statement. He's not even going on saying that I want my brother to enjoy whatever time he has left. Weird wording there from literally last week. Joe Biden is full of vigor and ready to go, and he's fully committed. Anyway, now they're admitting that his health was a factor.
Well,
okay, Jill Biden in Twitter, she responded with sharing the letter that Biden did not write with a heart emoji.
Yeah.
Isn't it also weird that they're calling it a heroic act when it seems that they're pushing him out?
Yeah.
Like everybody's they've been trying to push him out for the last.
What did I say? Didn't I say they were going to try to make him the falling on the sword, hero. I said it was going to be one of two things. Either he was going to step aside because of his health or he was going to step aside because of Hunter. Remember that? I said that too. That's how they fix it, because if they do it any other way, then they have to admit that they made a mistake with Joe Biden in 2020. But they can't do that. You got to make him into, this man would love to keep going. He is the guy. But Father Time is undefeated. Mark Cuban, you treacherous traitor to America, you sorry, degenerate piece of human garbage. That's the exact quote that you said. Father Time is undefeated. This was the plan all along, to make Joe Biden look like he's putting the country above himself. He is the greatest among us. He is willing to do this, to sacrifice himself for the greater good. This is the only way. This is all part of the narrative plan. All part of the plan, absolutely across the board. Time Magazine. How long? This was last night. This was T-minus 4 hours. How long have you had this ready to go?
Ooh,
How long?
They've had that.
How
in the
long have you
dungeon
had
for a
this?
minute.
How long have you had this front cover ready to go? You want to tell me that this is, oh, they just worked really fast? Bull crap. These people don't work this fast. The end.
Breathe.
All right, y'all talk for a second. I'm sorry. I know.
You guys in the studio with Graham need to watch out. He might pop.
Yeah.
I know that I'm taking over a lot of things, but
Did you take your meds today?
no.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I have paddles in the back. If he goes on, I'm gonna
just
clear.
Dude, I'm like sweating under my arms.
Yeah.
I'm so upset. Okay, all right, but let's keep going because we got a lot of discussion things to talk about, but I want to get through the things that everybody knows about so we can get to the real stuff. Ironically, Joe Biden was fired
is
on
great.
National Ice Cream Day.
It was a reward.
It
They
was.
gave him
He got
ice
his
cream
ice
for
cream.
being a
Yes.
good
He
boy.
did
Yes.
what he was supposed to
Somebody
do.
just said on
for his
YouTube,
country.
stick to facts. Listen here, Jack.
Uh-oh.
You want the
do you
facts?
think, Frank?
You watch this show. You want the facts? You watch this show. What are the facts to you, my good sir or madam? I don't even know who it was. You want the facts? Who's giving you the facts? Fox News. I watch them. I'm literally 20 feet away from them as they're saying it. Well, this is unconfirmed,
This
but,
person.
rumors are swirling that maybe Biden's going to step out, but we don't know that for certain. Shut up and put your neck on the line. What?
Someone said the facts are in front of your eyes. Yeah, we're showing you the facts.
Yes, it's National
So what are you
Ice
looking
Cream Day
for?
that day.
Yeah. How?
Yeah, it was.
How much more? You see, you're the person. Like you're the one that I got onto, and everybody's like, Graham, stop getting onto us. You see? Like how much in the past 7 days, we have had Donald Trump have an assassination attempt, of which now we've seen an act of God, by the way, and how more Christian churches aren't using that as a way to reach people that have been searching for Jesus. I've said this at least every show I've been on since it happened. And I'm going to keep saying it. Churches, you are missing it. For the first time ever, how many people do you think worldwide have seen that video? 1 billion? 1 billion people have probably seen that video.
And then
at least
some.
How many? That is an act of God on real TV, but nobody's saying anything about it because churches don't want to get political. Okay. Also, in that time frame, all of a sudden, Joe Biden, a pre-taped interview of we don't know when he actually filmed it comes out and like, hey, if there's a medical condition, I might get out. 4 hours later, he has COVID and he's going home to Delaware. We ain't seen him since. Then reports come out on Thursday, that Joe Biden will drop out of the presidential race on Sunday. You want to know how I knew that was true? Because I did a video of myself saying it, and when they didn't fact check me, I was 95% sure. When they did not fact check that, I knew it was 1,000,000% sure that he was going to drop out on Sunday exactly as scripted.
Can I just ask a question
That's
that
not even
we're
part
all
of the show,
we're
just
all
stupid
thinking?
comments.
Can I just ask something that we're all thinking? All right, because you up there, you just said that we haven't seen him since he got off the plane all cripply. And I'm not trying to be crude here. I'm not. Okay, but this is not like a CEO. This is not like the owner of the Knicks. This is the president of the United States that just dropped out of the most important election in our country. What percentage do you think that this dude is like legit dead?
Well, if Hillary's involved, it's a high percentage.
And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying. Like,
I don't think he's dead. I think his health has horrifically
like
deteriorated.
maybe hospice. You think
And
he's
no,
hospice
I think
right
that
now?
I think that they're trying to get him prepped up to make a pre-recorded statement. I'm not even sure that we're going to get a live statement. I think we will get a pre-recorded statement that'll probably have a lot of jump cuts in it. That's what I think is going to happen.
But keep in mind, Biden's also extremely corrupt, and Bongino even reported on this. If you don't think he stepped aside because he's a hero, obviously that's not the case. He has made a sweetheart deal with the deep state and the powers that be. So he will definitely, if you see Hunter get off easy.
Well, Hunter's already dropped his lawsuit against Fox
When you already
News. So.
see these things come to play, like don't think for 1 second he hasn't made his sweetheart deal down the line, because he has. All these people, we'll talk about it.
All right, let's keep going. We're already 22 minutes into the show. Forever to talk about here. All right, this is all right. Biden HQ is already gone. There you go. Elon Musk
Yeah, it
posts
goes to
about
Kamala
it.
now.
Yeah, let's go. All right, this is Babylon B. Jill Biden officially drops out of the presidential race, and that's probably more true than not. But let's keep going. We got a lot of stuff to talk about here. This was a little funny.
That's great.
What about Biden?
What about Biden?
Again, where is Joe Biden? Where is the leader of the free world? But keep going.
Well, wait, can you immediately, really quick, just say, like, is it not terrifying that we don't actually have a president running our country? Like, where America has no leadership right now.
Well,
We haven't in
haven't.
4 years. It
haven't.
is a
I know, but, like,
collection of
everyone knows
people
that
like
right
the
now.
Obamas and like the Clintons and the deep state who are actually running this country. And even like Hunter and Jill. There's no way Joe has been cognitive. And I said this on the show the other day, but even since before 2020, when he was just running against Donald Trump, he was made fun of for not being cognitive and not being able to put sentences together. There's no way that they thought that this guy was ever going to run anything. So I don't think we've had a president running
but the point
country.
is, now that he has come out saying that, everyone needs to demand that he immediately step down, because we are, in effect, we don't have anyone until November. Like, we're just sitting here without a president, and everybody knows it.
No, well, they're going to 25th Amendment him in a minute. But either way, all right, we'll talk about that in a bit.
see.
All right, let's go. All right, here we go. So this is a lie. Okay, now it's up to 50 million. Okay, people are reporting that Democrat fundraising platform ActBlue, this was 27.5 million in 5 hours for Kamala Harris. Now they're saying it's 50 million. This is a lie. And I'm going to tell you why this is a lie. Okay, these are the same people that said that after the debate, Joe Biden fundraised over 60-something million because he did such a great freaking job. And I said then that was a lie. Let me tell you why I know this to be a lie. They can say whatever they want right now because you have 90 days to report on the FEC filing report what you actually pulled in. Okay, we're 100 days away from an election. They can throw whatever number they want. We raised $1 billion. Okay, the election's going to happen 10 days after a FEC filing report would have to have. Kamala Harris is not going to be the nominee, so there go. They're not going to have to report it. It's a lie. The same reason that was a lie that they raised 60-something million and then a week later, oh, the money's gone. There's no money. Because they can say whatever they want when they know that person's not going to be around, because you report the fundraising at the end of every quarter. That is reality. And that is politics and how it actually works. You have 90 days to report an FEC filing report, fundraising and whatnot. Zero chance that's real. Zero. It's fake. It's not real. There's your insider baseball. Now you're more informed than you were yesterday. That's not real. Okay, they can throw arbitrary numbers out there. You'll see it. You'll see it today and tomorrow and the next day. Kamala Harris is smashing numbers of fundraising and blah, blah, blah. Bull. Every bit of it's a lie. It's not real. In fact, keep going, Royce. Don't we have, what's next? A lot of people have said that the only person that can get Biden's war chest, if I think he had $110 million sitting in a war chest, is Kamala Harris. This is also fake, and this is also a lie. Biden cannot transfer to Kamala Harris. And here's why. Okay, when people donate, you can only donate so much money, okay? You can donate a primary amount and you can donate a general election amount, and you can donate them both together at the same time. That's what a lot of big donors do, okay? The primary is over for Biden, but the general election, Biden is not officially the nominee of the DNC. The end. He was the presumptive nominee, but the official actions of making him the nominee have not happened. Ergo, they have a legal case on their hand right now. Okay? You cannot transfer money to a candidate when the money is held for the person that was never officially voted as the nominee for the general election in the first place. So legally, this money has to be returned to the donors. It has to be. This is not real. Also, Kamala Harris is not the nominee. And we're going to get through all of the things that she has to do to become the nominee here. But this is not true. Because here's the thing. Here's the point that everybody's forgetting. Just like Donald Trump was not officially the Republican nominee until last Thursday, Joe Biden was not officially the Democrat nominee. There go, by basic FEC legalese, the money for the general election of Joe Biden Harris ticket must be returned to the donors. There's no money to transfer. And they don't have time to throw this up in court to try to get the rules changed. They don't have time.
There's not a special rule because he's the incumbent or
Nope.
nothing like that.
Nope, not at all. Because
Interesting.
he has to do the official. It has to be voted on. The delegates have to cast their votes, and he has to sign officially that he accepts it. Just like Donald Trump, when he went on TV on Thursday and said, "I officially accept."
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything. It's like Michael Scott. "I declare bankruptcy." It doesn't do anything.
So hold on, Greg.
He had already signed the official paperwork before he made that statement.
That war chest that you're talking about right now, so that money needs to be returned to the donors. But after it gets returned, can they then?
They can donate
They
to
can
who.
donate to
whoever they
I mean,
want.
the donors can give to whoever they
Yeah,
want.
but that money, once it gets turned back to the donors, does it stay in limbo for a little bit, or it goes immediately back to the donors?
No, it goes right back.
Okay, so they're free to
Refund.
to whoever. I got you.
Refund all. Boom.
They got their receipts.
Right back to the donors. Okay. All right. But okay. But now I want to get into the lies even further about so many people are believing this Kamala Harris garbage. It is not, let me repeat, it is not going to be Kamala Harris. Okay. We've got some polling for you. All right. Kamala Harris's job approval as the vice president. She's got a 39% approval rating. Joe Biden's approval rating for president was 40%. Joe Biden had a better approval rating than Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris had the vice president job, which we didn't even see Kamala Harris till 2 weeks ago. We hadn't seen her for 6 months. But don't worry, we got more polling for you because I don't want you to think that we're not sticking to the facts here. Okay, all right, 2024 national general election. Okay, Trump is up 8 points right now against Kamala Harris. Already up 8 points against Kamala Harris. All right, let's go. We got more. I think we got more. What is this? What is this? I don't know what this one is.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
this
just
is
the
the poll-
ratings of
this
where
the
it's at,
polling right
pollings
now.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. So, but yes. So, yeah, that's Fox News, NBC. Let's get to the real, let's get to Emerson polling as a real one. Let's get to the next one. That is good. Here you go. Since Donald Trump has an plus 33% chance of winning the election over Kamala Harris. Okay. Now she's up 8 points since it may be possible she's the nominee. But she's got to overcome a 33-point deficit. But don't worry, we've got more facts for you, right?
Yes,
Since you
throw
want us,
Harris in. Yes,
since you want us to
absolutely.
stick to the facts, let's stick to the facts. Major Biden donor John Morgan tells ABC, literally told him he won't fundraise for Harris if she's the nominee. He adds, quote, "If Trump world could pick anybody to run against, I think they pick her."
Yes, we
Well,
want
yeah.
her to be
The
in.
big money
Please.
donors do not want Kamala Harris. It's not going to happen. Keep going. Don't worry. We're fixing to break it up for debate here. All right. This is somebody putting a Democrat ticket. You want to talk about
Man.
like the Antichrist.
That's
Pure
Satan
evil.
and his
right here.
mistress right
Pure
there.
evil.
All right, but let's keep going. We got stuff. Where's the big poll? Where's the poll? I sent 3 polls, Royce. I need the one that the last one I sent that has like 10 different reporting outlets before we get into this here.
I showed all 3. It was
No,
the Polly-
because you put 1, 2, and then Alyssa's. There was a third one I sent you that's got a lot of polls.
it was this one.
No, it can't be.
It's not this one.
Nope. Hang on. Talk amongst
And
yourselves.
then this was
Yeah, I
the
don't
third
see
one from you.
Yeah.
Hang on. That was cue for somebody else to talk
Oh,
live.
Yeah.
Look, listen, I will go on record and say this again. Graham's going to tell y'all it's not Kamala. Graham's going to tell y'all it's not going to be Gavin. I'll be straight up honest with everybody in the room and everybody watching at home. I have no idea. But here's the thing. And again, I have no idea, but I don't care.
Well,
I
I do have some insider baseball on this one, but I didn't know if Graham was going to get to it or not. But since he's there, I'll go ahead and share.
Do it.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
So
I can't find it.
Kamala is, again, deep states who run this. We all know this, or if you don't, you're not paying attention. They have come out basically and said, and I'm getting this from our different sources, Bongino is one of them actually, that if you come out against her, she's saying right now, if you come out against me, we will deem you a racist and a sexist.
Well, yeah.
So you must come out in support of me or we're going to throw everything at you. So again, everyone like Newsom, they're all scrambling. But what's interesting is, again, do not be deceived. They're scrambling, making these sweetheart deals of, okay, well, if you stay in office, then I can get this cabinet position or okay. So don't think for 1 second they're not all scrambling on what's best for them. And then they'll
Correct.
come out unified.
Yes, and that's a very good point. Okay, this is an Emerson poll from 2020. All right, Kamala Harris, you see it. Now, this is a woman that has not won a single primary ever since she became senator. Okay, she got 0 delegates in 2020. 0. Tulsi Gabbard got 2. Okay, just to put it in context. The thing I was looking for, it had 10 polls, Emerson being one of them. Kamala Harris only beat Trump by 1 point in 2 of them. Okay, the polling is not fair for Kamala Harris. All right, it's not. And this is why it's not going to be her. So let's jump ahead a little bit because I want us to get into some deep discussions here, but let's keep going. I thought I sent that. I guess it didn't. That's my bad, Royce. All right. Okay. Now, I want to bring you to the fake news. Okay, fake news. Everybody's talking about the Clintons. The Clintons endorsed Kamala Harris. Okay, well, this was July 20th. Literally published July 20th. So this was published Saturday night. Clintons are privately urging donors to keep supporting Joe Biden. Keep supporting him. He's in it. He's in it. And everybody's like, see, Graham? See? No way Biden gets out because now the Clintons are behind him.
I sent that in.
Okay. Well, you're welcome, Todd, because now we got a statement from Bill Clinton and them saying that they support Kamala Harris. And everybody's like, oh, the Clintons are endorsing Kamala Harris. It's over. How many times? Literally Saturday night, the Clintons are fundraising for Biden. And then 12 hours later, oh, we are behind Kamala Harris. No, they're not. No, they are not. This is what must be done for it to be done the way that they want it to be done. If I can talk like Kamala Harris for a moment. 'Cause that's how
how's it
she
going?
speaks.
Or as Trump
How's it
said in
going?
rhyme.
Yeah, that's how that's how
He
that's
said
how
he
she
would
does.
love to debate
When you
her.
have a dream, you must first dream.
What is that?
Somebody is I think
it was
that
kinda
was
behind
yeah.
you.
Anyway, all right. Anyway, the point is
Weird.
this is a lie. Okay, this statement means nothing. And that's the thing I want to get at here. We're going to talk about the DNC and how it actually works. These endorsements mean nothing. I checked Hakeem Jeffries this morning. As of right now, the House Minority Leader for the Democrats has not endorsed Kamala Harris. Pelosi has not endorsed Kamala Harris. Schumer has not endorsed Kamala Harris.
So I have a question. If number one, is it true that the Clintons were fundraising still for anybody, for Biden or for Harris? Because if that's true, going back on what we just said right now, you can't transfer war chest or whatnot to
So
anybody who's
none
there.
of that matters. None of it matters. None of it matters. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, they can circumvent the law, but the law says that because Joe Biden was not officially the nominee, okay, they have not voted officially, he has not signed the paperwork to become the nominee, they cannot transfer his war chest to whoever the nominee will become. Whether she's his vice president or not, they cannot do it. Now, is there always a chance that they could rewrite the whole book? Absolutely. But I'm telling you the way the law is right now, because he was not officially the nominee. It is no different than winning the presidential race on November 5th, but you're not actually the president until January. It's no different. Okay? So all of this doesn't matter. So this whole thing, oh, well, Clinton's behind her and AOC's getting behind her and all this stuff. And Newsom.
She did get a very important endorsement, though. I don't think she'd win without this one.
Harry Sisson is looking for a new job. Has anyone done a health and welfare inspection on Harry Sisson? Has this young man just self-selected at this point?
He's probably like that dude who's scared of the sun from Benchwarmers, where he's just hiding in the closet.
Yeah.
I mean,
sunbed.
This kid, has anyone been more wrong in their life? Kid, just quit, bro.
That's not.
Stop.
Has anybody made more money being more wrong than this dude?
I mean,
like, God,
Don Lemon. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I wish I could get paid that much money to be that stupid. Like, I'm just saying.
Okay, all right, but let's keep going here. All right, who the crap is this? Oh,
this is his little friend.
This is his counterpart. That we don't have time. We don't have time. Let's go. We don't have time. Well, we got to get to we got to get to the facts here. All right, so this is what Kamala Harris says. Okay, so there were some morons who thought that if she got the endorsement from Biden, she would just naturally be the nominee, which isn't true. And again, as we keep going through this, we remind you to hit that like button and comment in the chat. Do you believe Kamala Harris is going to be the nominee? Yes or no? Here's a statement from Kamala Harris, who also has not made a in-person statement either, which is interesting. Quote, on behalf of the American people, I thank Joe Biden for his extraordinary leadership as president of the United States and for his decades of service to our country. His remarkable legacy of accomplishment is unmatched in modern American history, surpassing the legacy of many presidents who have served 2 terms in office. Quote, it is a profound honor to serve as the vice president, and I am deeply grateful to the president, Dr. Biden, and the entire Biden family. I first came to know President Biden through his son, Beau. We were friends from our days working together as attorney generals of our home states. As we worked together, Beau would tell me stories about his dad, the kind of father and the kind of man he was. Who cares? Quote, with selfless and patriotic act, President Biden is doing what he has done throughout his life of service, putting the American people and our country above everything else. Quote, I am honored to have the president's endorsement. And here's the real thing. It is my intention to earn and win this nomination, meaning his endorsement means absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
It means nothing. Joe Biden can't endorse crap. He cannot sire his replacement or whatever. That's not how this works. The end. Okay? Next. Let's keep going here. All right, here we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the big thing. This is the thing. This is the only thing that you should be paying attention to. Remember when I said the order goes like this. Obama is number 1 leading the Democrats. The end. Every single thing runs through Obama. Every single one of them. Now, the Clintons have power, sure. Okay, there are a couple big name donors that definitely have some power. Nancy Pelosi is probably number 3 or 4. But do not get it twisted. Barack Obama is the ruler of the Democrat Party. This is the big thing. And the way that he says it is even bigger. Play the clip. Obama does not endorse Kamala Harris. Play the clip.
From President Biden and those around him was, quote, all systems go and campaign full speed ahead. Then at around 1:45 p.m., he notified senior team members that he had changed his mind. Let's get to what might have changed his mind, Brett, but also this statement from Barack and Michelle Obama, which does not endorse Kamala Harris. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton have come out to endorse her. President Biden endorsed her. But here's what the Obamas say. We will be navigating uncharted waters in the days ahead, but I have extraordinary confidence that the leaders of our party will be able to create a process from which an outstanding nominee emerges.
An outstanding nominee emerges. This is all part of the plan. It is all part of the script, and it does not include Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is not going to be the nominee. What is this? Familiar with this thing he shares? Okay, here we go. All right, so let's listen to this. So this is MSNBC. All right, let's play it.
We also have a little bit of reporting from our own Mike Memoli about that Obama statement. Asked why former President Obama did not follow Biden's lead in endorsing Vice President Harris. A source familiar with his thinking shares this. Just like he did in 2020, once Joe Biden earned the nomination, President Obama believes he will be uniquely positioned to help unite the party once we have a nominee, lift up that candidate, and do everything he can to get that candidate elected in November. And Mem adds a little bit of context that while Obama often said supportive things about Joe Biden during the former VP's candidacy, he did not officially endorse him until after Senator Bernie Sanders ended his candidacy.
Pause. Well, it ended anyway. That was a perfect pause.
I already paused it.
Okay, so I'm probably jumping ahead here, but this is where I have to talk to you about DNC stuff, okay? Or maybe I should play the clips first and then talk about it. What's next before I jump too far ahead? What's the next thing? Oh, okay. All right. So, all right. Yes, I'll hold that thought. This is the first Democrat congresswoman to actually speak out and tell the truth, okay? They do not want Kamala Harris. Okay, I know AOC has said let's unite behind Kamala Harris. AOC don't matter. She doesn't. She has national influence or whatever, but she doesn't influence anything in D.C. As far as the Democrats go. Play this. This is the reality. Play it.
I am not confident at all because, as it was laid out earlier, I do know that, behind closed doors, while I won't name names, that there were people that were absolutely like, it can't be the vice president. So in one breath, they were saying, the president needs to be out. In the next breath, they were also saying it can't be her. I am not confident.
Wow.
It's not going to be Kamala Harris.
Wow.
I am telling you that I'm telling you that I'm telling you it is not going to be her. What do we got next? I don't have my iPad, so I can't tell. All right, so here we go. We'll play you some next steps, okay? And then I'm going to talk to you about the research I did about how the DNC works and the difference between delegates and super delegates, okay? Play it.
Am I reading too much into this part of her statement where she says, earn and win this nomination? Could this be an indication that the Democratic Party the leadership does have a plan for something of a mini primary to get her tested, to get her to earn and win the nomination?
It's all planned.
Well, Katie, I think the reality is there is a process. There was always going to be a process. I know that it seemed as though the members on Capitol Hill were leading this effort in terms of asking the president to step down. But the Democratic National Committee, the party, will administer this process. And so in the event that there's not a nominee prior to, and I'm a former DNC member, and I've been on the phone with actual DNC members and some former party chairs. So in the event that there's not a nominee anymore, which that is now the case, there is a process that has to be run. So people who would like to submit their names to be the new nominee, they will have to go and get a certain number of signatures from DNC members. I believe you need I think it's about 600 signatures that are needed. I would remind folks out there that President Biden and Vice President Harris had over 3,000 delegates. So I don't think it'll be tough for Vice President Harris to get those signatures from the membership of the Democratic National Committee, and that will officially put her in the running, if you will. It's my understanding from DNC members, particularly folks on the Rules and Bylaws Committee, that this needing to vote on the nominee prior to the 7th is still going to hold. And so that truncates the timeline very, very shortly, right? Because the Rules and Bylaws Committee, they met on Friday. The Credentials Committee was meeting actually today. Today is Sunday.
All right, what's next? What's next? Because I can't remember. I don't have my iPad here. What's next on this?
This beauty.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody cares. Do we have?
Come on, it's funny, man.
It is funny.
All right.
All right. Well, okay. We'll get to Trump in a minute. Now it's time for us to talk. All right, about this. Okay. So here's the insider baseball of DNC and how the delegates work. Okay. And this is why it's not going to be Kamala Harris. So Bernie Sanders in 2020 had the election, had the nominee wrapped up.
Correct.
Okay. What happened to Bernie Sanders? The first round, so they have 2 rounds of voting. They've got the delegates, and then they've got the super delegates. And as you would probably guess from the mere names of them, the super delegates are not allowed to vote till the second round, and the super delegates hold all the power. Bernie Sanders had it wrapped up until the super delegates, and delegates can vote however they want to vote. They swooped in and took Bernie Sanders out. Like they took him out. Okay. Joe Biden was strategically placed in above Bernie Sanders, and they also did the same thing to him in 2016. Bernie Sanders was taken out by the superdelegates in the 2016 and the 2020 election. He had Hillary Clinton whooped until the backdoor dealings of the superdelegates came in and took him out. The same thing is going to remain true of Kamala Harris. I have no doubt that she'll be in the running. No doubt. But she will not be it. Okay? And let me go ahead and tell you, let's go ahead and get into what I think, and then I want to bring it to the court and see what everybody has to say.
Good, because I have so many questions.
Okay, good. All right, well, ask your questions first. Maybe we can
okay,
go
so
like
here's my first question and my first thoughts, because my brain's going 1,000 miles a minute here. If the Obamas are running the show, running the Democrats,
Yep.
why would the Clintons come out and endorse Harris? Is there a power struggle going on between the Clintons and the Obamas, or is it something that the Obamas are saying, we're going to do this, we're going to let you guys do this because we have something else, we have a back plan going on, and we have to make it look like we are endorsing her, but on the back end, we're doing something else.
Alyssa?
Yes. So in all the research and different things I've looked, they need to appear united, because so they're all again, this isn't, yes, the Obamas, but again, deep state, they have known this. This isn't rushed to them. Oh my gosh, 2 weeks, we have to find someone. This has been going on for years. Like, they know their plan, and we've been saying this for a long time. So if you're just tuning in, like, and I told Graham, me and Graham shared this thought, I understand, like, you really want to believe in certain things, but having been in this so long now and seeing, like, the actual evil that is this world, there is a plan. So they are all talking. They are going to come out united, right? Because we need to be united as a party. They're going to we're all going to look like we're going to endorse her, so no one's bad. No one's fighting for the position. Someone else is going to emerge, and then they can easily transfer and be like, oh, okay, well, we just want to unite our party, so now we'll go this way. Like, there is a master plan here, and you will see it unfold.
True.
Go ahead, Graham.
True. No. That you're exactly right. It has to appear a certain way.
Correct.
So then to try to fool the public. Okay. So literally, I mean, think about this. 24 hours before Biden drops out, you get this report about the Clintons urging donors to stay with Biden because he's full of vigor and all this other kind of stuff, right? Last week, you started seeing article after article after article of, is it time for round 2, Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton? Started seeing it. Article after article after article. Well, subsequently, while all the Kamala Harris stuff was going on, let's pull up some of the articles that are also circulating, Royce. Like just pay attention, just to give you a little taste, a little bit of now who are they testing the waters with again. These are just multiple articles, No, not that. What the crap is that?
So, Grant, before you
No,
move on,
I don't want that. We'll get to that at the end. I want the article of Michelle is what I'm talking about.
Grant, before you move on, I had a conversation with a friend of mine in Oregon who, right now that you brought up Bernie Sanders, he is still upset with the whole 2016 when they pushed Sanders out.
Yeah.
And to the point where he actually voted for somebody else besides Clinton on there. So now I was asking him, okay, so what do you think is going to happen if Harris it gets there, but then she gets pushed out, and this is coming from him. He thinks that they're going to lose the minority vote because number one, she's a woman. Number two, she is a minority, and it's going to cause a civil war within their own party.
They have to put a woman in.
Yeah.
They will put a woman in.
This is coming from him.
So again, let's get to some of these things here. This is from this is from a New York agency here. Republicans are waiting for Kamala Harris and fearing Michelle Obama. Next one. Real quick, we're getting through this stuff. Here's another one. World calls for Michelle Obama as, quote, the only person who can beat Trump after Biden quits. Next, we got another one. Kansas City Star, with Biden out, Michelle Obama would be Donald Trump's worst self-inflicted nightmare. That's almost verbatim what I have been saying. Michelle Obama is the worst case scenario.
Yes, it is.
There were 30 of these. I don't know if I put any more in here. I didn't want to overdo. Oh, okay. Business Insider. Michelle Obama may be the best person to replace Biden and beat Trump, but they keep saying she's unlikely to step up. And everybody keeps saying this. I'm so sick of this. She's already said she's not doing it. She's already said. Joe Biden, literally yesterday, his team put a tweet out that he's all in and he ain't going nowhere. How many more times do we have to show that all of this is an illusion? Every bit of this is an illusion. This is not real. Of course, Michelle Obama is up to it. If she's got to do it, she's going to do it. Here's the thing. Kamala Harris has, I would predict, 5 days. 5 days to show that she can improve her polling in any way, shape, form, or fashion. In fact, right now, betting insiders have her as the third most likely to win the presidency, and she ain't even a politician. All right. But here's what I'm going to say is my prediction, and I want to get everybody's thoughts on this. And then we're going to talk about the fact that the Biden administration, Kamala Harris, and all the donors and all the mainstream media need to be in jail for what they've done to the American people. This is where I remind you to hit that like button and share this far and wide, because here we go. It's going to be Hillary Clinton or Michelle Obama is going to be the nominee. The end. And the super delegates are going to decide who it is. It's going to be Hillary Clinton or Michelle Obama. Now, what happens to Kamala Harris? Because you can't just, do this. Right. Can you Google something for me, Royce? I'm fixing to blow everyone's mind here. Google Justice Sotomayor health issues. Go ahead, do it. And I'll wait. And then click on news so we see some articles here. Click on news so we see some articles. Got it?
No, 1 second.
Okay, we're waiting.
Sotomayor?
Yeah, Justice Sotomayor. It's hard to spell, I know.
Put in something else.
Yeah, I was sitting here like, be careful. Make sure those images are, make sure the...
S-O-T-O.
Yeah, I got it, Sotomayor.
I say, oh my.
All right, here we go.
Make sure I had the right thing.
Yeah,
as early as April and May, calls for Sotomayor to retire. Okay, health isn't the real problem for Democrats of her thing. So here's what's going on. She has like severe diabetes is what's going on. And it's only been, it's a known thing in Democrat world, and it is slowly sunk behind the shelves here that Justice Sotomayor is eventually going to retire from the Supreme Court. Kamala Harris, as her consolation prize, whoever gets the DNC nomination, if they become president, Kamala Harris will be the one. Kamala Harris is going to be a Supreme Court justice nominee. If Michelle or Hillary Clinton get the presidency, Kamala Harris will say, hey, get the crap out of the way and you'll be a Supreme Court justice for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but they still have to win.
Well, yes. Well, that's the
why
risk
she's
with
so
all of
scary.
this. And so they're going to put somebody, and people are like, Hillary Clinton can't get it. Are you sure? Because according to the Democrats, their biggest thing is she won the popular vote in 2016, remember? So don't say that Hillary Clinton can't take on Donald Trump, because she can. Michelle Obama would be the ultimate nightmare, and this is Kamala Harris's to fix all y'all's problems about if they screw Kamala Harris over and they screw the black community over and they screw the woman over, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This is how they solve that.
So
Kamala Harris will be a Supreme Court justice.
Who's putting their ego aside and taking the role of vice president between those two alpha and women.
It doesn't matter.
I think it's Gavin, regardless, because
Gavin Newsom, that would be a long-term play.
Woman.
That would be a new term. That would be a long-term play. If Gavin Newsom takes the VP slot, okay, and then boom. I mean, the Democrats, here's the thing. Democrats play 10, 15
That's
years
right.
in advance. Okay, so how do you have 16 years of a Democrat president? You put Newsom as the VP. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
I agree. I think Newsom is, because he was still supporting Biden, like right up to the end, flying to the White House. Like he is playing that long
he's
play.
a little bit too loyal. But I don't think that they could. Again, you already mentioned that they're going to run a woman, right? This is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't think.
I
that
don't
Gavin,
think they can get past it being a woman. I
don't think they could even try Gavin because of the state of California. I don't think he would make it
That's why you put him as the vice president.
Exactly, but they
because
can
he
put him-
can
they can elect
debate.
him.
He can debate. All right. Now I know that as conservatives, we want to say that Ron DeSantis wiped the floor. We go. No, he didn't. It was 60-40 at best. So don't say that Gavin Newsom can't keep up in a debate, because he can. Okay. Now, I believe J.D. Vance will wipe the floor with him, sure, but that doesn't mean that he wouldn't do better than Kamala would. Again, this is my prediction, people. You can agree with it or you can disagree, and we'll put it to the table here in a minute. I think it's going to be Michelle Obama or Hillary Clinton. And I'm not the only one that does this. Oh, Alex Jones is on my side. I can't believe me and Alex Jones are on the same team right now.
Come on, do your Alex Jones voice.
But we're, ladies and gentlemen,
That's pretty good.
the deep state, the evil demons that are running our government, that want to circumvent our country. Hillary Clinton, the evil demonic witch herself.
Okay, that's enough, Alex Jones.
We can't let this. As Almighty God tells me right now, I saw it in a dream with the frogs and the vampires. They'll do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, okay?
Dude,
listen.
every time you do
practice
that,
that?
I
'Cause that
literally I close my eyes, and I mean you can't
It's
tell the
right there.
difference.
I
It's
think-
too
I think
good.
it's in the room.
I think your husband could have been a comedian, like one of those sarcastic comedians
yes.
on there in
Does like the
a
voices.
previous life, in another life.
Yeah, somebody said I love Alex Jones. Stop. I'm not hating on Alex Jones. He gets a lot of stuff right.
Yeah, he does.
The end. I got-
20. He's
Some
80-20.
wrong.
Listen,
Yeah, he
listen.
is.
That 20 is
My prediction is this: it will not be Kamala Harris, and I will admit that I did not see Hillary Clinton coming, but I do see a path that is a way now. So I'm saying it's going to be Hillary or Michelle, okay? Because you can't not run a woman on the ticket for vice president. You just can't. So it's going to be Hillary or Michelle. And then you give Kamala Harris the ultimate consolation prize that is a lifelong appointment as a Supreme Court justice. That's what you do with Kamala Harris. Thoughts on the table here?
Please.
We
All right.
don't know
Yeah,
who's
go
going.
ahead.
I know that you were just talking about, the Democrat Party needs to show unity. I don't see how, I agree with what you're saying, but I don't see how if they just keep swapping around who they're endorsing for president, that doesn't show any unity. Same with the fact that, the Clintons were saying full speed ahead for Joe Biden the day before and then switched. That just tells me that nobody in the Democrat Party knows what's going on.
Yeah, but you also have to realize the people that vote Democrat are either uninformed or stupid.
Yeah, it's true.
So on the outside looking in, it looks like unity. Oh, the
Yeah,
Clintons,
they're
the
all
Clintons are getting
together.
behind Kamala Harris and all this stuff. But the real shot callers, okay, the Clintons are the most backstabbing people in the world. They will be like, oh yeah, we're all in, we're all in, we're all in. Nope, never mind. The only person that can beat Donald Trump is the person, because, the Democrats believe that the 2016 election was stolen from them. So that will be the thing. It's time to right the wrong of 2016. The rightful winner of 2016, Hillary Clinton, is going to take on Donald Trump again. Or I still am telling you, the worst nightmare for Donald Trump is Michelle Obama.
Agreed.
And for anyone that is a conservative that says Donald Trump's going to beat her regardless, you are a moron. If you do not understand how much of a threat Michelle Obama would be, I don't know what to tell you. And I'll give it to you. Maybe she doesn't, but this is one of those things. I'm not happy to be right about these things. I get frustrated because I'm I tried to tell you. I'm not happy Joe Biden's out of the election. Okay? Because we had him whooped.
Yep.
But again, it was like an option play in football. Like you freaking go after the quarterback and you think he's fixing to run, and all the defense goes in on him, and then he pitches it off at the very last second because that was the real plan the whole time. The Trump campaign put a lot of focus, energy, effort on Joe Biden, which brings us to the tweet. Is this the tweet of him or of the truth of him saying he wants his money back?
Trump, yeah.
Okay, let's go to that one. I want to go to that one.
Here.
Okay, so Donald Trump brings up a very good point. Donald Trump said in a truth post, so we are forced to spend time and money on fighting crooked Joe Biden. The polls badly after having a terrible debate, and he quits the race. Now we have to start all over again. Shouldn't the Republican Party be reimbursed for fraud in that everybody around Joe, including his doctors and the fake news media, knew he was not capable of running for or being president? Just asking. I 100% agree with this.
Very specific.
Just asking. I 100% agree with this. Okay, but this goes with what I was trying to get the Trump campaign to listen to me in the beginning, that you are not facing Joe Biden. I don't believe that they should have spent a dime going after Joe Biden. And I've been screaming it from the beginning, but I'm just a redneck from Mississippi. What do I know? What do I know? Yes, Tony, you look like you were about to say something.
Well, I was going to say, for me, I have been saying that I was going to be Harris and Newsom. I did not see the Hillary Clinton thing coming either. But I do believe if it is Clinton and say Newsom over there, I think Trump still beats her, because I think just from talking from the people that I know from Oregon, the one thing that everybody has in common right now is that spending is out of control. The inflation and everything like that, and just putting another Democrat in there, Hillary or whoever, is I think the country's ready for a change. And I think, yeah, you're right. If Michelle is in there, it's going to be a fight, but I still think Trump takes her. That's just my opinion.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Michelle's the obvious choice because, again, baseball info, if they are saying, you come out against me, you are racist, you're sexist, who is the best person to put in place for that? Obviously, Michelle Obama. You can't say that then. Yeah. Also, Michelle is known, if you have any Democrat friends, like, they love the Obamas. She will win the housewife who is on the fence. She will win that. So I think you could have Newsom Obama. If she is on the ticket at all, they're going to go with her. So she is a horrible threat. That's worst case scenario for us, because I think you could have Newsom Obama or Hillary and Obama. And if she is on the ticket at all, they're going to vote for her.
Todd, your thoughts?
I'm going to say this. Okay, this is something that we're not thinking about here. All right, on who is going to be, who they're going to pick, who they're going to vote for, I don't know, and I don't care. I'm just going to be real with all y'all. I don't. Here's what I do know. Now, does that mean that we have to stop? That we have to stop fighting? No.
No.
All right, the fight has just started. Like, the real fight has just started. But I will say this. God did not make Trump turn his head a quarter of an inch and 0.00.5% chance of him surviving to bring him to November just for him to lose. We have to remember that. God's hand has already intervened in the assassination attempt of Donald Trump. Therefore, in my mind, in my spirit, if that's the case, and as Christians, we're going to puff our chest out and say, God saved Donald Trump, then we can't cower, we can't be scared. And I'm not saying that's what we're doing, but we can't cower, we can't be scared, but we also can't be blinded, and we can't allow the doubt and stuff to creep in our minds. You have to go out, you have to go door to door if you have to make Facebook posts, Instagram posts, Twitter posts, whatever you got to do. If as Christians, we are saying that God intervened in the assassination of Donald Trump, he did not do that to bring him to November the 5th just to lose.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, I think we witnessed a true act of God last Saturday, 100%. Well, not this last, you know what I'm saying. But we have to prepare for the real battle. And that's what I've been screaming the entire time, is Biden was never the real battle. And we have to prepare for that. Now, here's what I want to talk about this. And I'm calling on Mike Johnson. I'm calling on Congress, everybody everybody knew, but specifically whose heads are going to roll, who is going to jail over the fact of the mainstream media, Biden's administration, which that also includes Kamala Harris. That might be a way that they get Kamala Harris out too, is all this stuff is going to start leaking that they've known for at least a year about Joe Biden's declining mental abilities, that he hasn't actually been running the country, all of the above. That might be how they take out Kamala as well if she doesn't cooperate. Let's go to that article you just pulled up, Royce, because here's the thing. If Biden is not fit to run for re-election, then he's not fit to run the country. Okay, so House Republicans say Biden must resign after ending re-election campaign, which he should. But Kamala doesn't want this. Kamala doesn't want to have to take on the responsibilities of President of the United States while trying to convince people that she's the nominee. Because if that's the case, it's going to be put on a national stage very quickly how inept she is. And again, you got to think, they're still wanting to do the vote by August 7th, virtual vote, to make pretty much the thing, to make pretty much the DNC convention like just a like ceremonies type stuff, right? So she's got 2 weeks. The last thing she wants is to have to invoke the 25th Amendment in the middle of this stuff. Right. Okay? Because she's got to convince donors, delegates, and everybody that she is the one, and she ain't going to be able to do it.
Well, I just had a thought, Graham. What if Harris, in the meantime, she finds out that the donors aren't going to back her or whatnot, and she does invoke the 25th and say, I'm going to concentrate on running the country for Biden. In the meantime, I'm going to step out of the way and let
I don't think she'll step out of the way, but I do have insider information that she has already been on calls with about 300 big donors, and every single one of them did not go well. Yeah. At all.
I believe that.
Yeah, she can't win.
They did.
She cannot win.
And that's the point. So many people are listening to the news, and their job is to tell you something wrong so they can tell you the updated version the next day that's still wrong, and then they can tell you the updated version the next day that's a little bit more right, but it's still wrong, and they can keep it going throughout the whole time. It doesn't matter what famous person endorses her. It matters the big money donors and the elites in the DNC. That's all that matters. The end. Unlike Republicans, where we actually, vote, the DNC is all about the delegates and the super delegates, and they can do whatever the crap they want to do. So they don't have to listen to voters. They don't have to listen to anything. But my biggest thing is these people deserve to be in jail. Because we have no one running the country right now.
Every one of them.
And that's the even scarier thing is if we're seeing this and we're taking note of it and we're talking about it, what do you think Russia's doing? What do you think China's doing?
North Korea.
What do you think North Korea? What do you think Iran?
ISIS.
All these people are doing.
Folks that are already in the country right now.
They know that the plane that is America has been put on autopilot and the pilots have bailed out. And the plane's just flying itself right now. There's nobody really in charge of anything. So every one of these people need to be put in jail, honestly, for the rest of their lives. You want to talk about treason? How about overtaking the highest executive branch? How about overtaking the highest executive position, the commander-in-chief of the United States, taking it over and taking it hostage? No one elected Jill Biden. No one elected Hunter Biden. No one elected KJP. No one elected the 23-year-old interns that writes for Biden on Twitter all the time. Nobody elected any of those people. But nobody elected the mainstream media to tell you everything was fine. You remember the other day when they were reporting that there was a medical emergency on Air Force One, and then they showed that video of him coming down the big stairs, and I said, hold on a second. He hasn't used the big stairs in over 2 years. And then when he had COVID, what was he doing? He was walking up the little stairs. I don't believe that video of him landing in I don't believe that was real.
I believe it was COVID.
I believe it was an old footage. I believe he had a stroke or something on that plane. And that's what I think is going on. I
the
think
mainstream media also told us that Donald Trump was allegedly hit or he fell down during his rally.
Yes.
Like, why would they not
got
cover
startled
up?
with popping noises?
Yeah, of course they're
Yeah.
covering up and trying to protect the Democrats.
Yes. Anyway, but these people deserve to be in jail for the rest of their lives because they literally hijacked the country.
They destroyed a country is what they did. Like, inflation's at an all-time high, unemployment's at an all-time high, gas is at a high. Have you seen the rates for houses right now? Like, it's ridiculous. They didn't overtake it. They destroyed a country.
Yep.
All right.
Somebody
period.
just said those were cheap fakes. Remember that? When we were trying to point it out and they were like, oh, what MAGA extremists are now doing these cheap fakes because they're trying to make you think that Joe Biden's got something wrong with him. Well, who's laughing now?
100%. Well, I mean, I'm
That-
kind of
I mean,
I'm kind of crying now. Because
That's
it's
it. I mean,
like-
that's all that's all I have for today.
That's it.
I
I give
mean,
up.
like that's where we are. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the wildest
It already is.
2-3 weeks coming up. It's going to be up, down, sideways, up and down, over, all like it's going to do this for forever.
I don't know how it gets wilder than last week, but
it's about to.
It just did.
Wait till
Hold
August.
on.
It just did. I mean,
this is going to be insane.
and we're not even talking about the fact that the Secret Service and everything, it has now been confirmed that there were at least 2 shooters
Wow.
in the assassination attempt with
confirmed
with
that?
Donald Trump. They had an audio analysis, and we'll get into that stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, I wanna
They had
hear
an
that.
audio analysis person say that it was obvious that there was multiple shots
Well,
coming.
we're gonna find out today because Cheadle's just stepped in Congress.
Yeah, and so
she's
all
finna
this.
get
Well, I
freaking
bet
hammered.
she's
She's not gonna say
she's
anything.
gonna plead the fifth, or she's gonna do just what they all do. Well, I'm not at liberty to talk about that.
Are we thinking that water tower thing is actually
There's
legit?
no way, man.
No,
There's no way.
I'm talking about all the cross analysis stuff where they've got bullets literally coming from like the ground level and all this other kind of stuff. Like it's weird stuff, man. Like it really is. It's weird.
Interesting.
It's weird stuff because you got somebody that was shot on this side of the bleachers, somebody that was shot on this side of the bleachers. So did a Secret Service people accidentally shoot somebody? Or I mean, dude, it's crazy, man. Like that. There's new info that this dude like flew a drone over the
pretty-
area
yeah, no, that was
that the
confirmed.
Secret Service denied multiple requests from the Trump campaign to up the Secret Service thing. Like they denied it. They denied it.
Why do you think Joe dropped out this weekend? Because they didn't kill him last week.
Correct.
I'm just
And,
saying.
and I
Just
agree with
saying.
that 100%.
Just
So
saying.
that's all I have for this episode right now. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. This week is going to be a wild one. Make sure to hit the like button. This is where we remind you to do that. Make sure to hit the like button. If this is your first time watching, make sure to hit that follow button and go back and comment in the actual comment section. Who do you think is going to be the Democrat nominee? Because now I can finally stop fighting with you people that it's not going to be Joe Biden. So who do you think is it actually going to be? Todd, I don't have my iPad. Somebody's got to read the super questions.
Okay, cool. I can do that. Let's see. Kaloho, I will be taking care of my mom this week. It'll be hit or miss whether I can watch live, but I will catch up later. She's
Okay.
Good for
All
you for
right.
taking care
awesome.
of mama.
You're awesome. Matthew the Davis, Grandma's fired up this morning. I love it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it when I'm one step away from an aneurysm.
Having a stroke. MKCL 3561. Grandma's right, but I believe they will wait till the convention, and surprise, surprise, it'll be Obama Clinton for president and VP.
I mean, yeah, I think,
maybe.
but people are forgetting the convention's in August.
Yeah.
This is the last week of July. Like, it's not like, it's
Yeah.
like 2 weeks
It's a
from
couple
now.
weeks
Like,
away. Yeah. Well, and you said that we'll know August 7th then, right? If they're going to vote.
unless they push it, but as of right now, the DNC is still saying that they want a
August the
virtual vote August the 7th.
So about nobody can see. your
Again,
vote.
a virtual vote. That in and of itself should be like, what?
Should be setting off alarms.
So here's another question for you
Really
guys. Though.
simple.
If it's Obama and Clinton on the ticket, how do you think that's going to affect the Democratic male voters? Because I mean, it's never been
To your point, so many times, they will vote for whoever is on
True.
the ticket.
Very true.
Yeah.
Period.
Very true. Yeah.
Like we've said, I think 90% of America knows who they're voting for.
And honestly,
Regardless.
Republicans are no different. It's the same way that
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham continues to be a senator in South Carolina.
Yeah, 100%.
He's the only Republican on the ballot, and even
you
though
vote for
people
him.
hate Lindsey Graham, they're not voting for a Democrat.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same reason. Yeah.
Diane MCC 75. Let's call it what it is. It's not the Democratic Party. It's a oligarchy ran by Obama. That's true. Randall J. Ooh. The Obamas together are the only ones that can dethrone the garden tool. They can be accused of misogyny or racism. Or they can't be. Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That's solid.
Correct.
That's
Sea Beach 81. I don't believe Kamala Ding Dong will be the nominee, but part of me wishes that she was. Cause
Me too.
that would be one entertaining debate to watch.
And we would
Trump
win.
would have an absolute field day with her.
And
Yeah.
that's why she's not going to be the nominee, because they
100%.
know that, hey, if
Well,
it's not
hey.
Biden, that's the next best thing is Kamala Harris.
Can y'all imagine Kamala Harris talking to like China and Russia?
Yeah,
and
but
trying to
time
get-
out. Trump had a field day with Hillary in 2016. Like, he had the most goated moment in a debate in history.
True,
So,
but
like-
no,
She can still hold her
he
own.
had good zingers back then, but he didn't really have to truly debate policy because he was the new guy coming in. The difference this time would be she would be able to come after him with his record, with everything, right? And so it would be a completely different debate and a completely different time now. So I think it would. I mean, Hillary would not be as much of a slam dunk as everybody acts like she would be.
No, absolutely not. Renegade, I think they'll pick Big Mike as VP so that way she can be on the same ticket but doesn't have to do much of anything and stay in Martha's
That's
Vineyard.
possible.
Yeah.
It's
I
possible.
think as long as she's on the ticket, they'll get it.
Yeah, that's true. Angela Durham, if Obama does not decide to run by August 7th, is she out? Well,
yeah,
right?
They have to be on the
yeah,
ticket.
I mean,
So, I mean, when are, like, real talk, do you think we'll see an announcement or do you think they'll just vote? I mean, you have to announce to be in the little.
I mean, we're gonna have to. I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see, man. I mean,
No,
truly.
that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is there has to be an announcement so they know who to vote for, right? Because they can't just click Obama's name if Obama is not in it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do some further looking there. I mean,
Because she's not a politician.
Can the delegates write in their own name and then the FEC filing for that nominee happen after? I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, Miss Lovegood.
That's something I didn't look into. I'll have to look into it.
Miss Lovegood, Obama destroyed the Middle East. You ain't lying, trust me. Well, in his defense, Bush started it. In his defense, God-fearing American 249. Go back and look at Trump's right chest of his suit. He had a bullet strike him in the chest. Look at the photos. I think that's I don't think that's accurate. And here's why. I've seen that post like a million times. All right, guys, if you get hit in the chest, and I've seen it. All right, medic. If you get hit in the chest by a bullet with a bulletproof vest on, you move.
Yeah, and your ribs are broken.
Like you move. Like Trump wouldn't have just stayed stationary. He would have, like, not in the movies flown back, but he would have flown back a little bit. Okay, so I don't think that's accurate.
And I feel like he would have addressed that too in his speech. He would
Well,
have said
even if he
something.
doesn't, the video footage doesn't support the theory. It
He
just
would have said
doesn't.
something about it.
Yeah, and that's it.
Any YouTube?
Yes. Yes, we do.
All right. All we care about is Trump making it to November because they are working harder on keeping him out of the White House. This is all just a show to keep us from seeing what they're. No, absolutely. And we're going to talk about that more through the week. They're absolutely going to attempt to take Trump out again. I 100% believe that. Absolutely. I agree completely.
Next one.
Let's see. What if Biden dropped and endorsed Kamala with agreement that she not? It doesn't. Again, his endorsement means nothing.
Means nothing.
It means nothing.
That's like me endorsing Trump. It doesn't make a crap. It doesn't make
Yeah, that's like handshaking a multi-million-dollar deal. Means nothing.
Nothing. Not a thing.
Nothing.
That's all we got.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. We appreciate you guys.
We got one more.
one
We got
more,
one more.
yeah.
Okay.
Chris Green, TST. Here is what we all have to remember. It's not just the presidency we need to win. We need to win the House and the Senate, too. Everybody needs to get out and vote for all the candidates everywhere. So we've been saying this for months. 100% agree with you, Chris.
Yep.
100%. This country does not move in the direction that we need it to move, and we stay in this crap show unless we take all three.
Absolutely.
Bottom line.
Get out and
Bottom
vote.
line.
Get out and
Yeah.
vote. Yep.
Agreed.
All right, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today's episode. It's going to be a wild one. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that follow button. And make sure to go back and comment in the comment section. We do appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with us today. I think at the height of everything, we still got 14,000. I think we had almost 17,000 people watching today. The show is growing, and we appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure to share this far and wide wherever you may be watching it. Alyssa, say goodbye.
Happy Monday. Bye.
All right. Tony, say goodbye.
Hasta mañana, everybody.
Todd, say goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
And Royce, say goodbye.
See you guys.
All right, let's pray this thing out. Dear Lord, we come to you today because things are insane in our country, Lord. We don't know the direction things are going, but we know that you do. And we know that all answers are found in you, and you can use everything for your good, Lord. And so we trust you in that. Lord, we realize that there are people dealing with real things right now outside of just politics. There's a lot of people that have anxiety, depression, fear, addiction, broken homes, broken marriages, and the list goes on, and they can find healing in you and through you. Lord, we also would be remiss if we didn't take this opportunity right now. There may be some people that don't know you, but they're ready to. And there may be some people that have accepted you in their heart in the past, but have gone away and they want a refreshing with you, Lord. So we pray this prayer together. Dear Lord, I ask you to take away my sins, both known and unknown. I ask you to make my heart new today and every day moving forward. We don't just want you as the Savior of our lives, but as the Lord over our lives. From this moment forward, every step we take, we want it to be in the footsteps that you've laid out for us. We thank you for your grace and your mercy, and we thank you for your love in sending your only Son, Jesus, to die for us on the cross, so we may spend eternity with you. Lord Jesus, from this moment forward, we are a new being and a new creation created through you, for you, by you, for your purpose of advancing your kingdom. Lord, we thank you for your grace, and we thank you for your mercy. And all God's people said,
Amen.
And I'm Graham Allen.
Amen.
Stay awake, not woke. Trust in God, not the government. And as always, stay free.